Capricorn, there's a focus on needing to redirect the passage in which you have set yourself in place to task. I hear to task yourself with a new path, which is an internal one at best, as always. Welcome to the Arcana Veil. Let's have a look and see for you. We have the lily and we have the ring. There's a promise to be made. There's digest. So what are you tasking yourself in trying to find that which is stable for you? As stable as the lily coming out. There's a rebirth taking place. A rebirth, let me say that. And there's a lot to digest in what you are busy exploring and working on within your deeper self, your nature, and the ring of choice as a choice or a promise or something from your past that is coming up, that you are clearing up. There's a lot of information coming through here for you, so let's have a look for you and see what the tarot says. The jumper here, there's presence of forces coming into a new alignment, like the lily, the alchemical process of setting your spirit into the right path. You are aligning yourself to what it is that you seek. First, you have cleansed parts of yourself. The lily grows out of the darkest mire. That is its nature, and it is robust. So therefore, nature in that suggests sovereignty, which is the Empress under the ring, which is where you place yourself now, where you have come into that alignment. As a Capricorn, your frequency is being measured, and you are tasking yourself, Five of Coins, to walk from certain things that may have been what they used to be, what they were perhaps. The Five of Coins often is depicted as in tarot as walking away from something that you're missing out on, but in this deck you can walk away from it, or you can leave it behind, or you may not see what is there still in the place. So that by digesting what you're working on in your deeper part of your nature, you may be able to turn back and look at what has been left behind to still save. What can you salvage out of this? Both figures, one is turned slightly to the back to look at what's there, and the other one is walking. In this case, there is no church in which this is depicted at. So it suggests that in this deck, you are experiencing things that are on a much deeper nature, which is not related to any particular belief system as such in the, the regular tarot. We have the Hierophant here right next to the Five of Coins. Okay, that most likely is probably also something that relates to the reading. So what has been spilled out here for you to investigate can be understood as the King of Coins, that which is a part of your nature to set things in motion. You are the most tactile in regards to the building and fortifying things on a material nature. That is part of your sign. The ring as the promise to the Empress, that which is the personal self-choice, changing your entire direction to suit yourself, is coming up very clearly here as being highlighted by the sovereign. The Venus frequency of the love in itself has had to be weighed and measured, which is related to the Hierophant holding that in place. There is the Five of Coins right over the digesting, and what it is that you're digesting is related to the nature of your true potential of yourself, which is indicative of the four presence of forces. You have the four forces that are in operation with you in terms of your choice that you're making going forward. We have the King of Coins here, very much showing that you're going into a direction where you're going to start focusing on what it is that you need to work with that will be of service to yourself. King of Coins, very much powerful in terms of making things work on a financial level. If this is not a financial issue, then it's definitely then it's a physical issue or a physical situation that you're establishing in place right now. In the part of your subconsciousness or the cave or the underworld, we have the Hierophant within the presence of the spirit. We have the Queen of Pentacles under the Empress here, or the Sovereign is what I would call her. And she is not necessarily she, it can also be male as well. Just keep in mind that the energy of male or female is interchangeable, so it is related to energy, is how I read it. So that's just something for you to keep mindful of how I read here. We have the Lovers under the Five of Coins here. You feel that there is perhaps something left behind in terms of a relationship. The Five of Coins is above the Lovers. There's the underworld that you believe is perhaps something that you're leaving behind, or you are going back to find what is still left of that choice that you've made. Lovers not necessarily always lovers in itself, but also choices that have been made, things that have been put in place. You're reviewing and tasking yourself to review those choices of the past. This could be for someone related to, connected to, who was perhaps married. This is coming through if a marriage had not worked out. Was there, what were the facts or the parts that things had to be clarified if you were not married? If you were with someone or are with someone, then it relates to reevaluating where you place yourself in the relationship. And in this way, you're looking at if there's anything that you can still salvage from that. There's a nature here of Hierophant in two places here, in the upper heavens and in the underworld. You are having these two frequencies at all times, indicating to you that you are guided at all times. So you're not left in a place where you are feeling completely lost, because you are using the ability to center yourself in that position. We have the Sun under the Hierophant. Now the Sun in the underworld reflects that which is in the heavens here, and in this way it suggests that there's a focus on needing to keep applying the same principle of how you are analyzing your pathway. So it's saying that there's light within the process of how you're clearing up things. Things are coming to the surface for you. We have, let's have a look here. We have the Eight of Pentacles under the King of Coins, which is definitely illuminating, saying that, you know, you are the nature of what you do, and in that way you are strongly shown that you are capable of being able to sustain yourself in the nature of your own existence here. We have the bridge going through with this. We have the Seven of Wands right over the Forces and the Hierophant as well, showing that there is a direction in which you're following to take to task the things that do work. The Wands are the ideas and the feelings and the aspirations, things that you've been thinking on that have been of service to you, bringing that into place here for you. So what you know, and those that you know that are familiar to you, is what you're doing. We're looking at the Hanged Man here over the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. There's a little bit of self-doubt that you have within, knowing that you have or have not got the ability to actually sustain yourself here, but it's also a position of rest. It's not always a position of just hanging there and just observing everything. This is a place of poise. In other words, resting in a place that has perhaps drawn a lot of history to you. So you're stopping and taking time to really think about something in the past and something about a choice that you'd made in the past. We have the Star over the Lovers and the Five of Coins here. There's a wish to recover what you believe is lost or has been left behind or lost behind. There's a wish to apply this, to work on it, digesting it, to make it work even more, to apply it for yourself in this nature. If this is not relationship based, then it is based on where you are within the nature of your reality. The things that are coming around you, that are impacting you in a particular way, that you feel are challenging you to question your own authenticity. And in this, questioning the authentic part of you is really the lily that you need to remember how you come, where you come from. You come from a place that perhaps for some of you in the collective of Capricorn, and please remember before I continue that it is the Capricorn placement is for collective, and wherever it is within your chart, that's where it will be featuring for you, so that you may not be a Capricorn, but the Capricorn reading might apply to you either way, and that the messages are timeless as always. Coming back to the reading, we are seeing here that there's a seeking to try and authenticate the self by tasking the self to change, to understand the reasoning of the choices that were made in the past, and then to understand where they apply in the present. Have they contributed to you? Have they assisted you in authenticating yourself, in being truly true to yourself? We have the Hierophant there, and we have the Hierophant down here in the underworld, which suggests that you are coming into a nexus point where you will be changing the passage of your direction in which you're moving towards, into a direction that is most likely going to be much lighter because of the sun underneath it. And all of these things have all contributed in some way to illuminate to you who you truly are. And so just because you've been experiencing all of these things and have encountered them in so many ways around you, you are still able to hold your head in the air and your foundation, your body, in the water. You are in contact with air and with the heavens and the waters. And that means you are in the ability to place that frequency in the right way. In other words, less overthinking and more focusing on, here we go, Four of Wands, establishing what it is that you want. The fire is what you need to illuminate that air and that water to connect with one another within you. So you're doing things to, in a practical sense, that are bringing to you the ability of seeing who you truly are. We have the Knight of Pentacles right over the Eight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, which means you know that there's a part of you that says that whatever I'm doing right now, it's going to show its proof over time. And it will start to show itself over time more and more the more I work on myself internally. And if I use this particular medicine, this particular way of doing that, I will still be able to have what I seek out to experience within myself. This is definitely a very, very deep reading for someone in the Capricorn reading, in the Capricorn collective. This was your reading. Until next time.